Isn't it weird to be like practically 40 and like grown up and you realize that no one else knows, you know?
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some to Do, Memorial Day,
I guess,
version.
Yeah. I mean, we're not doing anything different. Like it's just,
We
are.
We're gonna.
We just had the day off.
We're gonna. It's Monday.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I've eaten like 10 pieces of fried chicken. How many pieces of fried chicken, grilled chicken have you had?
I haven't had anything yet.
Hot dog.
Nothing.
Hamburger
we
on
had
the
to go
grill.
We had to go to parents' house, but we had to record, so I'll go there later. But
horseshoes.
Is it raining there still?
It's been raining here for like 7 years.
Hold on, let's get to what movies we're talking about. We'll talk about this later.
All right, today we're talking about two movies that we've been trying to talk about for a long time, and now we're going to talk about them now to you, the people of the world. First, we're going to. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, wrong one. We're going to be talking about The Wolfman.
Oh, not that one from, what is that, 1944? 1945?
Bela Lugosi? Yeah, that's the one you told me to watch.
No, we were talking about the new Wolfman on each.
Oh, the new Wolfman. The new Wolfman with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins.
No, not that one either. Have you seen
Wolfman meets the Frankenstein?
No, just the Wolfman 2024.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're at 20. It was 2025. It was actually earlier this year.
Blumhouse, yeah. Blumhouse did it.
Yeah, Blumhouse did it. It was we missed it because we had some things going on, and there's a lot of movies going on, and blah blah blah.
Still the same thing, man. We still got so much stuff to watch. But
yeah, there's so much stuff to watch. There's like 9 movies like I want to watch a lot. But Wolfman is starring it has a good cast. It's going to be a good movie. It's talking about the Wolfman. You know the Wolfman. You know, remember the Wolfman?
I just remember
Johnny Wolfman from WKRP. Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Wolfman. I don't know. I don't think he was Johnny the Wolfman. I think his name is different.
You remember Mancow?
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, starring in the movie The Wolfman first is Christopher Abbott.
You don't seem to be treating the situation right.
Christine, you mean?
Yeah, Christine.
Oh, okay. And what would you suggest?
Well, you know, you're well off. You can get her the best help that there is. It doesn't make sense to me that we're all just letting her go on and on and on and not doing nothing about it.
Well, thanks for your concern, pal, but I think I got it under control.
I remember Christine from growing up now. Doesn't seem like things have changed very much with her.
That's funny, because Chris told me that you went to jail when you were kids.
Yeah, I did.
Look, dude, I came out here to break the ice a little. Why are you being so hostile with me? Those two are family, which I guess makes us family too for now.
Oh, yeah, no, we're family. I'm gonna go take a piss.
What show's on Netflix?
That was The Sleepwalkers.
That's right.
Also in this movie is the awesome Sam Jaeger.
Mrs. Waterford, under warrant from the ICC and the government of the United States of America, I'm placing you under arrest.
On what grounds?
Crimes against humanity.
I'm sorry, wait a second.
Sexual slavery, the rape of June Osborne.
Wait a second. Religious ritual ordered by the state under penalty of execution. I do have immunity, Mr. Twillo. Please stop.
This charge doesn't involve what you did with your husband. Take the child.
No, please, I'm sorry, please. Can you please wait, please stop? I don't understand what's going on.
You forced your driver to impregnate Miss Osborne so you could claim the resultant child.
Nick and Alfred had a relationship.
It's still rape. Mrs. Waterford.
From The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, that's from one of the greatest TV shows that ever occurred, Handmaid's Tale, greatest book series. I mean, it sucks that we're getting near that these days, but whatever. We won't talk about that right now. Anyway, but if you notice, I did them out of order, and the reason I did them out of order is because I don't want most platforms to take us down right away, and I want us to be on for a moment, because the next one, gosh, this woman cusses so much. This was the clip I found with the least amount of cussing from a character she's played. And that is Julia Garner's in this as well.
Do you really think everything you do is to protect your family? Are you really that fucking shut down? They've stolen people's businesses. They drag their kids into every part of the drug business. They've had people killed. Do you honestly believe every story they've ever told you?
So I want to thank the man formerly known as Umbra for his approval of this podcast.
Umbra faced my favorite wrestler, Lunchador, in a back of the house rules match this past Saturday.
Who won?
And Lunchador did, and Umbra retired from wrestling. He no longer wrestles. Tony is his. I don't like breaking kayfabe, but Tony is his real name, and since he did it, he's the one that said his name is for him. But him and Lunchador, who you guys know is one of our favorite pro wrestlers, or my favorite pro wrestlers, he sponsors the show. Here we go. Lunchador in the corner. Lunchador, order up. Love the guy, but man, him and Umbra had a killer of a match. Guys, go Wrestling Against Hunger. Go support local wrestling. But that was Julie Gardner from Ozarks, which I tried to find a speech with her in it that she did not swear. And that after like 30 minutes, I was like, I'm done.
Doesn't happen.
I was like, I'll just get the ones that are minimal.
She's great, though.
She's one of my favorite actresses, and we'll talk about her and Wolfman here in just a moment. But then, yes, the movie that everybody's been talking about this week, Final Destination.
Not the first one. You have the first one up right now. With those,
Final Destination.
Not 2 either.
Final Destination.
Not even 3.
Final Destination.
No, not the Final Destination. No, not that one either. Not
Final Destination.
Not 5.
Okay. What was it called? It was called Final Destination Bloodlines, right?
Yeah, correct.
Bloodline.
No, that's Hellraiser Bloodline. We need Final Destination.
Bloodlines.
That's Spencer
Wait
Bloodlines.
a minute. Bloodlines.
That's wrong term. Bloodline. Was that a 5? Wrong terms?
Bloodlines.
Is it true Bloodlines? Oh, Jim Kenny's it gotta be, I guess.
Bloodline.
Is it really that many Bloodline movies with the name in the Bloodline?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, before we go to talk about Final Destination, it is called Final Destination Bloodlines. And when you think of a movie with the title Bloodlines in the movie, it's never a good movie. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. First, let's go through the cast of the movie. First, Kaitlyn Santa Juana.
All we have to do is put our fingertips on it and each share our deepest, innermost desire.
Is it bad that my deepest, innermost desire is to not do that?
So it's a game. Like, how do you win?
We win by staying friends. So we still gotta like each other after hearing our innermost desires. Exactly. So tell the truth, or it's not gonna work. Come on, guys, we got countable weeks left until we scatterbug all over. Don't you want to know?
Know what?
We play this and we know. We know we'll be friends forever, no matter what.
Did you watch that whole movie? Because the whole movie was on YouTube when I looked it up.
Yes, I did. When I was working on stuff, I kept continuing watching it the whole time. I watched the entire movie. It was for it was like a Panic Fest movie to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a B horror movie, but it was like a good one. And what was it called? Even at the end, it was called The Friendship Game.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
The Friendship Game. Yeah, the whole movie's on Netflix on YouTube. produced by Netflix on YouTube.
Nice.
So
Okay.
it is the Netflix channel. But yeah, also in this movie, Teo, oh man, I'm going to mess this one up. Briones? Do I go Briones? Briones?
Hold on. I'll tell you. Teo Briones.
Briones. All right.
What?
Nothing. It's just, I don't need you offering me popsicles in my own house. You know what I mean? Annie's been making those for me since I was 3 years old. So? So could you just stop trying so fucking hard? Okay? Call 911. What are you doing? Call 911!
911!
From Chucky, the series.
Yeah, Chucky the series.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that. Also in this movie, Rhea Kaisat as well.
Sorry I interrupted your day.
It seems that you are always sorry for something. Tell me why you went behind my back.
Just wanted answers.
But you didn't trust me to give them to you.
It's not about trust. It's just whenever I ask you a question, all I wind up with is more questions.
This whole thing is about your friend, Francis.
We were more than friends. And I asked you if you killed him.
Which was utterly ridiculous.
Maybe. But you didn't tell me what you did do with him. You didn't tell me he was locked in the basement, wired up in some kind of pod along with all those other Evos.
Francis knew exactly what he was getting into when he came to work for Renatus. He believes in what we're doing.
What exactly is that, Mother?
Saving the future that we've squandered. And that requires sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
From Heroes Reborn.
Heroes Reborn.
Which is not great. It's not great.
It's not that good of a series, and it sucks for her.
Yeah.
It's not her fault that the first season of Heroes was like the only good season of Heroes.
Yeah, and then the writing strike happened, and they had people who weren't writers write the show, and it became like shit.
Oh my god, it just went so bad.
Yeah,
it was so
terrible.
bad.
Terrible.
Oh, it was so good that first season. I remember watching it every night live.
Yeah, everyone was talking about how great
TV.
it was, and then it just didn't,
They went,
did not maintain.
All right, now the saddest part of this entire movie.
Yeah.
One of the greatest horror actors, an actor, just a really good actor all around,
sure.
all the way from the 1970s on. This was his last film. Actually, what he says in this movie, which we'll talk about that later, is actually they told him he was allowed to talk how he thinks this character would finish his last line ever because they thought he was sick. In fact, here's a picture of the last day of filming with the crew from Final Destination.
He's not been that well.
No. He didn't look that well. Like he was and that's not what he used to look like. Yeah. In fact, if you want to know what he used to look like, to me, his best movie he ever did is the one I gave Chris a clip to, and that is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And it just makes I can't fall asleep to this movie because it gives me nightmares, and not many things does that.
Yeah.
And that'd be Candyman, and here he is, the late great Tony Todd.
You are not content with the stories, so I was obliged to come. Be my victim. Be my victim. I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing. So now I must shed innocent blood. Come with me.
Yeah, it's kind of like Candyman's kind of like a giallo film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, the man has been in so many great movies. He was in like Lean on Me. He was in The Crow. He was in
all the other Final Destination movies.
all the Final Destination, Wishmaster, The Rock. He was in Night of the Living Dead, Last Man on Earth. Like, I mean, these are some.
He's definitely a horror icon for sure.
Yeah, he is a horror icon, and I've never heard anything bad about him. So it's sad that this is his last movie. We'll talk about that later as well. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us and get our information.
You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast or w2mnet.com. That's W2M as in moviesnet.com. You can find us along with a bunch of the really cool podcasts. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. We're on Instagram, TS Podcast. We're on Blue Sky Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're on. If you guys want shirts with our stuff on it, go to TeePublic, search Blackwood Dash Productions. You'll find our shirt there. All the bunch of other stuff Neil's made. Or go to Bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck and something to do, the whole thing. You'll find stuff there. Also, where you find podcasts, you find us YouTube, Spotify. Where you find podcasts, on Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Neil, who are we talking about today? Who are we going to love to?
Well, man, I thought this was only best. I was sitting here going through all the people that we could talk about today. Mm-hmm. And I really have come to the conclusion lately that there is a part of the community that's dying. And I think us as people should go out and try to make it happen again. And I'm going to say is the VFW post of all of our communities and cities. Now, to give you an idea, VFW Post are originally for veterans that fought in foreign wars, but that people have like PTSD, they have mental issues and stuff like that. But going to VFW events, which they advertise to the open public, you can go there, you spend money, that money goes towards those vets that need help. And also on top of that, some of the coolest, funnest, dumbest events always happen at VFW.
Punk shows happen there all the time. Punk shows happen at VFW. Punk
shows, burlesque shows, drag shows, bingo, rock shows, wrestling shows. I've seen wrestling shows at VFWs and stuff like that. Like, Chris, right down the street from you is VFW, what is it numbered? It is VFW 1829. Right? Mm-hmm. And they have dollar rolled nights where you go in there and you get 4 of a kind, you get a free beer. You get 5 of a kind, you get a free premium drink. They have taco night where you can go in there, and that's also the same night as $1 off tequila night every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And this is just right down the road from you. Mm-hmm. And this is every Wednesday, $2 specials every Wednesday, open to close for VFW Post 1829. Now, right down the road for me is Post 577, where I have seen wrestling. I've gone to karaoke there. People are always like, I know 1, 2, 3. I know 3 people in that picture, like by name. Like, seriously, it is. Oh, that's yours. It's always like, yeah, these guys showed up one night. It's like randomly. And stuff like that. So all you have to do, guys, to go support your local VFW posts, all you got to do is you go to vfw.org, and you can look up your post and see what you can do or where you can go, and just go have a good night there. Sometimes you don't have to go every night down to downtown or this. Just go in there, maybe make a donation to your local one, or you can look them up on Facebook, like the 1829 Kansas City one had a Facebook. There's also the one I'm down the road from, the 577, that was on Facebook. Literally, go support your VFWs. Go support that, because that was a place, like, I remember going to VFWs like a lot as a kid, like going to the bingo halls, playing pool, like little hops. They had little sock pockets. They had movie nights and stuff like that. And it's great just to be part of community, and it is a way to keep community together. Go figure out what you can do for your local veterans on this wonderful day, Memorial Day, for the guys that did stuff that made us have the freedoms we have.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what we say to that, Chris?
It's time to talk movies. Okay.
Yeet. But anyway, yes, let's talk movies. Chris, what's the first one we're talking about?
We're talking about Wolfman, directed by Leigh Whannell. You guys know Leigh Whannell because he does other horror movies like Saw. He was in Saw. He was a actor in that. He also Insidious, Red Door. He's just been in all kinds of stuff. You guys know Leigh Whannell, and so there are high hopes for this one. Written by Corbett Tuck and Leigh Whannell. This stars Christopher Abbott as Blake.
You don't seem to be treating the situation right.
Julia Garner as Charlotte.
Do you really think everything you do is to protect your family?
Matilda Firth plays Ginger, and then Sam Jaeger is Grady.
Mrs. Waterford, under warrant from the ICC and the government.
Ben Pendergrass plays Grady Wolf. Zach Chandler plays Young Blake, and that's really all you really. I guess Benny Hardy is Derek, and that's all you really know. There's not that many people in this movie. You know, why don't you read the storyline for Wolfman?
All right, the storyline for what was it called again?
A Wolfman.
Wolfman, woo! Okay, a family at a remote farmhouse is attacked by an unseen animal. But as the night stretches on, the father begins to transform into something unrecognizable.
So I watched this a couple of nights ago. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the first half of this movie.
Right?
Yeah. The first...
I'm going to go right with you on that. The first half of this movie really grabs you.
Yeah.
And I think because I think they did such a good job on that, they figured they could do whatever they want at the end.
Yeah, because the last half's not that great. It's kind of a slog. you know, I was getting into like the emotional aspect of it. I was like, this is interesting. There like layers of emotional depth, and you sort of get the and then it's sort of like, and you sort of get to see this creepy stuff. And there's some cool like body horror stuff in this one, like cool but it's not very scary. I'll say that. I wasn't, and it's just not that last half of the movie isn't very good,
So, Chris, before I jump into my part, the fact that has popped up, I forgot I even put this in there. The film was meant to happen at the world premiere at the iconic TCL Chinese Theater on January 7th, but it was canceled last minute due to California wildfires.
Hey, you were there for that.
I literally have a picture outside of the Chinese Theater that night on January 7th after when we were downtown LA, and that's when we decided to figured out all the fires were happening and stuff. I just realized that. Anyway, going back to what you're saying.
Wolfman. So it was, Universal was trying to bring back the monsters that they have, like a dark universe, right? So they did Invisible Man, which we thought was good. They did The Mummy with Tom Cruise. I don't like that one.
That's the one that killed it. Yeah. That's the one that killed it. Right here it even says, The Mummy, the first Dark Universe movie, was such a critical and commercial failure that all films were canceled and the focus was placed on making them better individual movies with lower budgets. This is actually part of a bigger script that was supposed to happen with the Wolfman.
Yeah, they were going to make it fun, and this one's not very fun. It's not very scary. There are the first half. It's pretty good. I like that, but that movie fight, Ginger Snaps, way better werewolf movie than this one.
Chris. All right. Let me jump in. Let me get my part. There's a part in it when they get to the cabin with the moving truck. At the beginning of the movie, from pretty much 10 minutes after that on is when it kind of turns into like a different, maybe like 20 minutes later, because this wasn't that long of a movie. It's only like an hour and 40-minute movie.
Yeah, and it was, I was like kind of bored.
Yeah, at the end, it kind of just got to the point where I was like, all right, okay.
A horror movie shouldn't want to make you look at your phone. A
horror movie should make you feel like you're creeped out. And I tried, and I'm talking, I got a living room full of dead body parts.
Yeah, I had the lights off and everything, dude. I had it.
Yeah, I had the lights off, the curtains closed. I had I was home alone, so I had the movie cranked up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was trying to mince myself because I knew that's what this movie is. Mm-hmm. This movie is like a theater movie where you want to be immersed in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
be because of how creepy and eerie and go. Now, the beginning of the movie worked great, but I have to agree with you, Chris. I don't know, somewhere around the middle part, I want to say right around the issue with the father, I want to say, when that starts coming around, it just kind of, went boom, and I was like, all right. I mean, if they could have kept up depression of what the first part of the movie was, the depression, not the depression, the
sorrow, the
moral dilemmas of
existing,
of moral dilemmas of what abuse and how abuse should be taken in today's society. If they kept going on with that,
I liked the ending of it too, like the ending, the very last thing that happens. Yeah, that's cool because it's a callback sort of, but it's not a great movie. It's not. So half of it
worked, and then where the ending ended was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, he's just trying to.
Because I want to say what I think that it should have happened, especially if you're secretly still trying to make this dark universe work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This one was good, really good, but this one was not real good. And I don't know if they. Yeah, I mean, also if you read about how this movie was trying to get made for fucking years, and this is what you come out with, you're like, that's really disappointing. You know what I mean? So.
I wanted it to work more.
We all did. I think both you and I both did. And it's also a COVID-19 movie, so we all sort of okay, we get it. We got all the COVID art out of the way. And so, do we need more, really? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, that's like saying World War II is done. Do we need more World War II movies?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I'm not comparing COVID-19 exactly to World War II, but a lot of people do have some bad PTSD from it, and our society as a whole is still suffering the consequences of everybody the fear mongering that came from it.
It's changed the world. I mean, we lived through it. It's crazy. But hiccups.
Are you dying? Are you okay?
Yeah, I actually hiccups on the podcast, but today I did. But they're gone now, I think. Yeah, they're good. So,
Chris, don't die, bro.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hold on.
They're not gone. Oh, my gosh.
You talking?
Yeah. Chris is dying from the master evil known as the hiccup. Yes, the amount of body fluid going back up his esophagus to make him die an unexcruciating death. Why he's on a movie podcast talking about horror movies about death.
I'm good.
All right, you good?
Mm-hmm. So,
all right.
But I wanted this movie to be better. It wasn't very good for half of it, which makes it.
No, and let's talk about the good. All right, we keep on bashing it. Let's talk about the good part of it.
Acting's great in this. I love the acting.
Julia is the one that carries this whole movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She can make me believe almost anything. Mm-hmm. Like everything I see her in, I'm just whatever character she plays, what was that one that she just played that was really creepy that had different people.
Oh, we gotta look this up now.
It's just recent because we saw Apartment 7-1, and remember Apartment 7-1, we said the same thing too. We're Inventing Anna, the TV miniseries that she did. Yes, that was great. Did you see that one?
No, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's just 9 episodes, and it's a lady that changes her identity via social media, and is completely different. It's awesome. It's a creepy show. But she's the one that saved this movie for me. To be honest,
you sort of felt the love between the father and the daughter in this too. It felt authentic.
Yeah,
felt authentic. But as a movie that's billed as a horror film and tries to do that, it didn't hit the mark for me, and I'm disappointed because you and I were excited to see this when it came out.
I'm a fan of the Wolfman. Yeah. I like the Wolfman. Wolfman makes me happy.
Oh, but yeah, and it's been a while since they're the Wolfman, and then Werewolves was another movie that came out around that same time, and they were like diametrically opposed in tone. You know, I wonder how that one is.
We're werewolves, not swear wolves.
That's right. But
what's that from?
I don't know.
That's from What We Do in Shadows.
Okay. I haven't watched all the whole thing of it. I know you have.
No, that's the movie.
Okay. Oh, the movie. Okay, yeah, with the woman.
Yeah.
Sorry. But the closest thing I saw with Werewolves recently is I walked in when he was watching Twilight. I saw Jacob walk up shirtless. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know if he's a werewolf. Do you consider that as a werewolf?
No, they're not even vampires, really. You know what I mean? Like, it's bullshit. All of it. They just
all of it's bullshit. Chris, it's all bullshit. How dare you?
Neil, do you think our audience really is gung-ho about Twilight? Do you think that's our audience?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm gung-ho about Twilight.
What's your favorite one out of the 4 movies?
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go by Twilight, but I do like watching it. And out of your answer to that one is, it'd be the last one, Breaking Dawn.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah,
Breaking Dawn. Part 2.
Yeah.
Because the way that I read the book, and like when Alice does that thing, they don't tell you in the book either that it's like that it's just her showing them what's going to happen, and so you really think everybody dies.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, that was just.
Can we talk about if we had to be from the Coens, it would be Alice, right?
Dude, she's our friend. It feeds, man. That was great.
She's great.
That's a good movie. There's a good VOD movie. I think it's out on. Yeah, it was on VOD when we reviewed it back in April. It feeds. Go if you want to go watch Alice from the Collins. She'd be our homie. Yeah, she'd be the one we'd hang out with.
She's very cute.
Not because she's cute. I really just think she'd be our homie. I think I would get along with her.
Yeah, we should have another podcast. I really hope it would have been cool if we would know. I mean, we did Decker. So.
Yeah.
All right, but Wolfman. This is on Peacock, guys. You want to watch it? My score in this one, like a 2.9. Yeah, what's your score on this?
I'll go 3. I'll give it 3, just because I did like some of the gore scenes. There was this wonderful scene. I think I have a picture of it. Yep, there it is. That made me.
Oh, that was cool.
Feel good.
That was cool. Yeah.
That was like it was right after that part of the movie is when it just started getting like downfall for me. But I love this. That made when you make something gory in a horror movie that makes me go, oh, that nasty. Like, if I say that out loud, then you got me for a good bit. So I'll give, I might give just a 3.1. I think I like it a little bit better than you, but it needed so much improvement. I do agree with you.
It was dull.
Yeah. At a certain point in the movie, it was kind of like, all right. And then I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I got 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
I can do 20 minutes.
Yeah, right.
I can do 30 minutes.
All
but
right.
I remember I did look at the bar to see how many more minutes I had left in the movie.
All right, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Wolfman?
Audience score is definitely, I'm going to say they gave it a 67%.
55%.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah. All right, what is the critic score for Wolfman?
Critic score is going to be 48.
So close, 49.
Damn! I think I always know that.
The day you get these right might be the day we quit the podcast. I'm not joking. Neil, there's audience says, I'll give you that one. Audience says, Wolfman could have continued in the world canon, comes so close thanks to its immersive atmosphere and capable cast, but is only severed by its tepid approach to horror delivered at a languid pace. I had a problem with the pacing. The pacing was the biggest problem of this. Critics' consensus is director Leigh Whannell's attempt to bring in a fresh psychological dimension to Wolfman comes at the expense of proper scares. Although fans of Body Horror still find some tasty morsels to chew on, and it was definitely part of that. I'll read a good review and a bad review. Good review and a bad review. This is from Jeffrey M. Anderson at Common Sense Media. It says, as did with his excellent Universal Monster reboot, The Invisible Man, writer director Leigh Whannell reinvents the werewolf motif in this spooky, streamlined, emotional thriller. He's at a 4 out of 5. And this is from Matt Hudson at Bloody Awesome Movie Podcast. He says, the promise of what could have been lingers of this moody affair whilst the performances are committed, Phil never really gets out of second gear. And that's me and Neil's problem with it. So.
Yeah, dude, that's literally the same thing we said. That's awesome. I can't believe people are copying our information and going back in time.
Yeah, putting their thoughts on it.
And putting our thoughts that we said 3 months later back on their. Gosh dang people.
What a awesome podcast.
I hate it when time travelers do this to us.
All right, you ready to talk about some news?
Let's do some movie news. This is the movies that don't suck and some of them news. I'm going to say a bunch of stuff to Chris. He's going to enjoy it. If not, he'll drive down to Tulsa and beat me.
I will.
You're violent. You're a violent guy. Yeah. You're a very, very, very violent guy.
Imagine that. Imagine if, every guy just showed fucked up.
You don't know how many times this guy has stabbed me in the heart. Anyway, hey. So me and you privately have talked about this. So there's one day this year that 3 major blockbusters are going to come out. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing we're going to go Superman and Fantastic Four versus Jurassic Park reboot next week.
We'll have to get to it at some point, though.
Yeah, no, Jurassic Park will be next week, definitely. I mean, I'm going to say Superman versus Fantastic Four. Then Jurassic Park, which is July 4th this year.
But also this week it was Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, and then a movie that you are seeing next week, Friendship. So I can't wait to see Friendship, dude. You guys
So we'll talk about that here in a moment. But anyway, off the camera, we're not going to schedule everything in front of you guys. Not everything. All right. We got to leave some of the kayfabe. Okay. We'll pull back the whole curtain. Okay. All right. It's a bird. It's a plane. But will it land on July 4th? We don't think so.
Uh-oh.
There is a lawsuit now coming against Superman.
What's the lawsuit? Now,
wait a minute. Superman is already being delayed.
Wait, the movie that we're waiting for July 4th?
Yes, it's going to be coming out July 11th now.
I wonder why they pushed it a week. Maybe just to stop the rivalry between DC and Marvel? But I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But the new release date could be drastically altered in some countries as another lawsuit from the estate of Superman's co-creator, Joe Shizer, has been filed against the DCU movie. The latest lawsuit from the Shizer estate was revealed in Puck's latest newsletter. Eric Gardner reported that Mayor Toberoff, the attorney for Joe's estate, has refiled the family's copyright case in New York State Court. So they have the copyright to Superman.
Interesting. In a different country. So,
So now, Superman will not be able to be released in the UK, Canada, Australia, and Ireland.
So that's just resolved. Which is, the international market is super important for studios. Like when it comes to superhero films,
especially when it comes to something this big.
Yeah. So let's hope that it gets resolved for people. Yeah.
But so the date has been already pushed back to July 11th. Now, on June 4th is when we'll find out if it will even be released during the summer blockbuster season at all.
Interesting. So that's next week, right? June 4th? Is that next week? Yeah. So, yeah, it is next week. So we'll find out in about a week. So, man, I've been looking forward to a bunch of movies. This coming up. It's great everything's coming out, though. You know?
Man, have you ever thought your skull was on fire?
Only when I watch Ghost Rider.
Talking about Ghost Rider, Chris, guess who just got added to Avengers Doomsday?
Hold on, is Nicolas Cage coming back as Ghost Rider?
No, Nicolas Cage is not coming back. I totally misled you on that on purpose. But Nicolas Cage is not coming back. But they have heard from Marvel this week that the casting of Ghost Rider is going on because he is going to be playing a part in the Doomsday, the Avengers Doomsday movie.
I'm sure everyone's waiting for the Avengers Doomsday. Everyone.
Oh my God! It looks like because I don't think I downloaded that news story, but they've reslated the whole next generation. They're going to cut it down, work on better, make it better and not more.
So it won't be New Mutants, is what you're telling me.
Right.
Do you remember us going to the theater when no one was fucking there to see that? Like, I remember walking in and felt like it was like a ghost town to see New Mutants, because only like a few movies that were released during pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man.
With the mask on and everything.
Yeah. It was awful.
Yep.
All right.
It was god awful. Talking about god awful. Never mind. This ain't god awful. This is awesome. Daniel Craig and Cillian Murphy are going to be doing a prison drama from none other than the Oscar award-winning director Damien Chazelle, who did Babylon.
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he did Whiplash, and Neil also Whiplash, I think.
He's also working on a stuntman biopic, Evel Knievel.
Oh, nice.
But the synopsis, Deadline reports, says that next it'll be a prison set drama with two major stars currently in negotiations. The two actors in question, of course. What was the story about? I thought they were going to tell me what the story was.
Well, I mean, it's prison drama.
Mm-hmm. But Deadline also reports that has written the script for the movie, and it will be produced alongside Olivia Hamilton under the Wild Chickens Productions banner.
Let's watch it.
So that's all we got. That's all the information we got.
You know, all I need to hear is a good director's name, and I'm kind of in. So I'm in.
And then on top of that, you got Cillian Murphy and Damien. I mean, Cillian Murphy is like one of the only good reasons the Batman trilogy from Christopher Nolan was any good, because that first that Scarecrow he did, and
he's a good Scarecrow. He's a good Scarecrow.
Oh my God, he's always good, creepy. And Oppenheimer, I liked him in Oppenheimer. I didn't diss him. He did amazing.
Yeah.
And Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I have to watch that because I know there's a movie coming out on Netflix. Peaky Blinders movie coming out. So.
We're definitely covering it.
I have to watch the 6 seasons of that show now.
Yeah. Woo!
36
I gotta
episodes.
watch the,
I'll try.
No, just do it. Just do it anyway.
Okay.
It's one of those shows that doesn't see like 6 seasons.
Okay.
It seems like.
Okay.
It seems like 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right. From the director of and producers, not director, from the producers of National Treasure, they have decided that they're going to create their own new kind of Indiana Jones.
I mean, maybe. I just feel like Indiana Jones is so singular. Like it was.
Oh no, like Indiana Jones, like a Laura Croft, like an Indiana Jones, a National Treasure. Their own treasure hunter guy, and they want their own, but they want it for several movies. They want trilogy or sequels.
So it would probably be better than Uncharted, the movie. I mean, the game itself is to me like Indiana Jones. I love the game.
Well, the movie is already titled Fortune.
Okay.
And Richardson is attached to, it'll be the same writers of National Treasure and Pirates of the Caribbean. Jerry Bruckheimer, of course, is adding on to it. Neil Widener and Gavin James. Now, the person that they've signed on to be their Indiana Jones character is Alan Richardson. Also known for Reacher, Teen Titans.
That big guy.
Yeah, big dude. Yeah. I played Aquaman in Smallville for the super nerds. He is going to be playing, and he's killing it on Reacher. If you like investigative military dramas where they have a lot of action and funny one-liners, that's what that show is.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
In the summer of 2026, Chris, we're going to have to go see it because it's the only thing that anybody will be talking about it.
What is it?
The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh yeah, I heard about
definitely got it.
This, yeah.
They have released the date of May 1st, 2026. So literally 1 year from today.
I've seen the movie more times.
Devil Wears Prada.
I've seen the movie 4 times than I should have. I feel like I've seen it like 4 times.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the same way. I feel like that's the same way on my side, bro. Like I've seen that movie way more.
Just our wives who are like, I like this movie. You're like, okay, I'll sit down and watch it. and you sit down watching, you're like, I've seen this movie a couple times by now. So, Stanley Tucci's great. We can't distill Stanley Tucci on this. So,
Elden Ring has been bought by A24 100% now. Alex Garland will be directing the series.
Yeah, I heard about this because he said he was done directing, but then he says no Elden Ring, which the game is hard as shit. Hope the movie's better. But
and he's gonna be doing like a series of it, I think.
Have you played Elden Ring? Have you tried playing Elden Ring?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's hard.
Of course,
it's a hard game.
Yeah, for a lot of people that don't know how to play video games, it's hard.
But
for us for us guys that we've been playing it ever since Zelda, we know how to play those RPGs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think go Zelda. I'll go freaking I'll go Pitfall. Pitfall was kind of like the first because it never ended. You got a bunch of points until you died. Like literally, it's like an RPG.
Yeah.
You just go until you die.
Yeah. That's cool.
Another movie that got delayed is both the Avenger movies have got delayed. Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. It was supposed to be May of 2026 of next year that Doomsday came out, but now it's going to be December 18th. May 7th, 2027 was Secret Wars, but now that's December 17th. And the reason being is they're trying to give you the best.
Good.
They don't want to just be, here's another movie. Here's another movie.
You and I really liked the last Marvel movie, and if everything's that quality, we'll be happy with watching it.
And that because of that movie is why. It's because of the Thunderbolts. It was literally they're like, okay, well, we gave them this story that was more about these people dealing with their human emotion, and they're like, oh, we get it. That's why people like the first phase was because it's people dealing with human. It's not about all the big blow up things.
Yeah.
They're finally getting what Marvel's actually about.
Yeah. Sure.
Everybody, since Chris rated this a 5.0, we got to tell you exactly the date. So June 3rd, coming up in just 5 days, 4 days, 7 days, 10 days. So June 3rd, 2025, if you're listening to this, the movie Sinners will be on VOD for you to watch at home. So if you don't like going to the theaters, it's literally one of the best movies of all time.
Oh, it's amazing.
How it's not going to be in our top 3 at the end of the year.
I have no clue.
I have no clue. Someone's going to have to do something.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Yeah. That's me weird. All this.
I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Do you know?
No,
I don't know.
I don't.
People now think Aaron Taylor Johnson already has the job as the new James Bond.
I support this decision. I really do. I want to see
it. But you know why they think he has?
Why is that?
No one has declared this. Nobody has said it. He has now just signed a contract with Omega Watches, which is the watch that James Bond wears in all the films. So he just signed a commercial deal, and everybody's like, he's obviously James Bond.
Yeah.
He signed a deal with Omega, like a 3-year deal or something like that.
He'd be great James Bond too. I think he'd be great for it.
I mean, he needs something. He needs something awesome.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that one. Yeah, when you read something, you're like, that's too negative. Maybe I should.
Let me save it for Thursday because we got to do this again in 2 days.
Oh no! I only did Thursday. Okay. I didn't grab anything from this weekend. I didn't grab. Don't worry. I figured a way in my head how to do this.
Okay.
Andy Serkis wants them to talk more about Alfred Hitchcock and his role in making the Batman in the next Batman 2. He thinks it would be cool if they go back into the history of his military.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. The Batman 2.
The Batman 2. The person who killed all the Terminators is now killing the aliens. That's right. Miss Linda Hamilton is returning to the genre that she's renowned for, sci-fi, with a movie called Orcerus, which got 50
Is that Osiris?
It's directed Osiris. Yes,
Osiris,
released by William Kaufman from Sinners and Saints, the channel, from a script that he co-wrote with Paul Reich, Linda Hamilton, along Max Martini from Pacific Rim, Brianna Hedburn from Deadpool, LaMonica Garrett from 1883, and Linz Edwards. And that is the Sci-Fi outing has now picked up several distributions here, so the theater. According to the press release, it follows a team of Special Forces commandos in the middle of an operation who are abducted by a mysterious spacecraft.
Cool, man. I mean, like you and I are always about sci-fi movies. You know, we don't get enough.
You know what we're always about? We love the sequels, Chris, don't we? We're like, man, sequels. We can't wait for sequels and reboots. So, Toy Story 5 has just added the greatest late night host of all time as one of the voices. Yep, that's right. Conan O'Brien has now been added to the Toy Story.
I like Conan a lot, so it's a...
No, I love Conan. There's no one better. Ever.
Maybe you're right.
All right, Johnny Carson, but that's, you know...
That's kind of...
Oh, David Letterman too. No, I like Conan better than I like David. Anyway.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to know.
Sorry, Hoosiers. Eli Fanning has just signed a deal to be part of the Hunger Game prequel series as well. So that means she will be playing Effie. She's going to be playing Effie Trinkle.
Effie Trinkle. Okay. I mean, yeah.
The one that played by Elizabeth Banks. So that means at this point, Chris, do you remember all the names now in this movie? Well, I'll go through them for you really quick. Thanks, Whitney Pink, McKinney Grace, Jesse Plemons, Calvin Harrison Jr., Maya Hawke, Lily Tyler, Molly McCannon, Ian Bell, and Ralph Fiennes are all the people so far in this movie. I mean, one movie.
You reel me in with the Jesse Plemons part of it.
And Ralph Fiennes. How can you not do Ralph Fiennes? I mean, oh my gosh. Scarlett Johansson's new movie, her directorial debut, got a 5-minute ovation at the Cannes. Eleanor the Great, as it was its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival on May 20th, so just a couple days ago. Johansson said it was a dream come true. Eleanor the Great is something that she's been working on, and though she is also attending the festival as part of a star-studded cast of Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme,
which I cannot wait for. I'm so excited for that movie because like a couple weeks or a week or two. I'm excited. Yeah, sorry.
So this was written by Tori Kamen and follows a 94-year-old Eleanor who moves to New York to live with a daughter following the devastating loss of her best friend and ends up befriending a 19-year-old student. Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds like a cute little...
And June Squibb is leading it, who we just talked about
Thelma,
last year.
man. It's Thelma.
Thelma, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, we're good about this.
All right, let's see here. Ryan Reynolds did come to Star Wars with his rated R Star Wars movie, and they're like, why don't we switch it up a little bit? Why don't we just switch it up a bit?
Well, make it okay for everyone to see it, right? Neil, a quick question. Is Andor the best thing that Star Wars has ever done?
No, okay. It's good.
Everyone's talking about how it's like...
But, I mean, look, it's a good story and everything like that, and I'm not going to go against the Star... I mean, but it's people who hate Star Wars fans and wrestling fans are the same.
Mm-hmm.
They all like the new shiny thing, and everything that's out now that they just saw that got them emotionally is better than anything that ever happened before ever. Okay, that is a wrestling fan and a Star Wars fan together. Boom. They are the most toxic fan base And guess what, guys? I know this because look at me with my WrestleMania hat on, my Star Wars comic books, I know this because I'm part of that fan base.
Yeah, and Neil's just trying to, he goes in there and he tries to
Andor is amazing, but if Return of the Jedi, if Empire Strikes Back, if New Hope didn't happen, none of this ever happens. If a phenomenon wasn't already created in 1977, and I wasn't born then, guys, so I wasn't a part of it. But if that never happened, that phenomenon from 1977, none of this happens. Yeah. So yeah. I'm always going to say the best thing in Star Wars universe is always going to be the opening of New Hope.
Yeah. Okay.
But Andor's amazing. Go watch it. Great show. I'm not trying to.
Sorry. Okay. I got you off on a tangent there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Former Man of Steel and The Witcher himself hates to say that he doesn't know exactly when the Voltron movie's coming out because of how much CGI and artwork has to be put out. Now, because of this, Amazon, who backed it to go to the theater, is now pulling that card and saying, no, we're just going to stream it now.
But the Voltron seems like it should be a movie seen in theaters.
Voltron is definitely a movie that needs to be. I mean, when you got big robots combining together to make one big robot, that has to be, because you get 5 miniature robots, right? That get together to make one massive.
That sounds
robot,
all like Power Rangers. I'll be honest.
Well, that's where Power Rangers stole it from.
Okay,
they literally stole it. And Power Rangers stole it from a show in Japan that stole it from Voltron. It's a long story. If you go look at it.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So I think that one should be in the theaters. Supergirl has wrapped. It is done. Actress. Oh gosh, I just had her name. Millie Alcock. Literally was just on the Tonight Show a couple nights ago, and Supergirl's done. It's in the books. It's wrapped. So we're gonna get our Supergirl movie with a Superman movie. This is how we're gonna get the DCU.
God willing, if we get both those movies.
Oh my God, the pictures of Jason Momoa as Lobo are amazing.
You just gooed when you saw it, right? You're just like, oh. You went like what you did. I don't know if you ever seen that scene in Forrest Gump where Ginny takes his tit or his hand, puts her on her thing, he just jizzes immediately. It's like that when we saw the Lobo picture, right? He's like, oh, sorry. He's apologizing. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even know what to say to you right now. Right. And finally, last but not least, is there going to be a next Final Destination after Final Destination Bloodlines?
I don't know, man. What do you think?
Director Adam Stein replied, "Death's work is never done. There's always more scores to settle. We spent the last 3 years putting all our best ideas into this one movie. We had such a great time with John Watts, Greg Perry, the producer, and Sheila Hannah Taylor, the producer. The producers and the writers brainstorming all deliciously fun ways to kill people off that we could think of.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of fresh new ideas right now, but the next chapter will more than likely be happening."
Okay, well, good, because we'll talk more about what we thought about Final Destination Bloodlines right after. Is that it, Neil? Is that the news?
That's it. That's the news. That was the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I told you a bunch of stuff. Now you got to go look it up on your own because I'm tired of it.
All right, let's talk movies. Let's talk Final Destination Bloodlines. Final Destination Bloodlines stars, or is directed by Zach Lepowski and Adam B. Stein. We just talked about him. The writers are Guy Busick, Corey Evans Taylor, and John Watts. This stars Kaitlyn Santa Juana as Stephanie Reyes.
What?
That's not it.
All we have to do is put our fingertips on it and each share our deepest, innermost desire.
Teo Briones as Charlie Reyes.
What?
Ryan Kissel as Darlene Campbell.
Sorry I interrupted your day.
Richard Herman plays Eric. Owen Patrick Joyner plays Bobby. Anna Lee Ford plays Julia. And of course, this has the late great Tony Todd.
You are not content with the stories.
Neil, let's read the storyline for Final Destination Bloodlines.
Final Destination Bloodlines. Boom, boom, boom,
Bum,
boom,
bum,
boom,
bum,
boom,
bum,
boom, boom, boom. Obviously, I didn't have the page up yet.
Yeah, sure.
A teenage girl has reoccurring. All right. Oop, blah. A teenage girl has reoccurring nightmares of a tower collapse in the 1960s. She discovers that these nightmares are a premonition.
Premonition. Sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A teenage girl has reoccurring nightmares of a tower collapse in the 1960s. She discovers that these nightmares are premonition she inherited from her grandmother. The grandmother predicted the collapse of a building and saved a group of people from death. Decades later, the granddaughter begins to have visions of her family members dying. She realizes that it's a sequence and must fight to prevent death from reclaiming her family's bloodline.
So it has been over about a little less than 15 years since the last Final Destination movie. And some people thought, it would never come back or they didn't think about it at all. But the one thing that Final Destination movies are always good at are having creative deaths. And this has some really good deaths in this movie.
Let's talk about creative death.
Okay.
Like, this poor guy.
Yeah.
Now, this guy, you can't see him, guys, but this was a dude that has a chain hanging from his nose ring. In fact, the movie poster, if you look behind us on our screen, is literally the nose ring attached to, like, I think I have a smaller one. Yeah. Where you can see that it's the actual chain.
Yeah.
But it is the main part of the movie that makes me happy.
Yeah.
There was a scene where, like, 1 million people burned up alive. This scene here is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, let me talk to you, people. All right. I rewatched every Final Destination on my way up to this movie.
Oh, wow. Okay, so all 5 of them beforehand.
All 6 of them.
Oh, 6 of them. Yeah.
It's number 6.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Let me tell you about this. This wasn't the best, but by far it was not the worst. Now, every one of the Final Destinations have a major death that happens, a major thing that comes all together, like a major event. Like in the first movie, it is
with the shower scene. Is that what we're talking about? It's been, dude. I hadn't watched them first though yet. It's been years since I watched any of them.
You didn't do research for your own podcast?
Dude, you know how to fucking wedding shit.
You don't know how to read on a phone while you're sitting there somewhere?
Keep going, Neil.
All right. So the first Final Destination is an airplane.
That's
Flight
right.
180.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
All right. So I think it's even in the poster. No, it's not in the poster. No. But the rest of them have it in the poster.
Okay.
So that's when the log truck has a log.
Which is still iconic, man. Like that unlocked a fear for many people after seeing that movie.
Yeah. What's this one?
The roller coaster, obviously.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. Yeah. See, now you're learning how it works.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. I don't know if I saw it.
Yeah, exactly. This is the worst one right here. They're at a Final Destination 4. Final Destination 4. It was a NASCAR car that goes up in the crowd. They're on a bridge. And the only thing that saved this movie for the first 15 minutes was Mr. Whammy himself, David Kushner, was there.
Oh, nice.
Now, going to Bloodline Destination, or Final Destination Bloodlines, it is about the CN Tower is the best way to do it. Like the CN Tower from Seattle.
Or CN Tower is actually to Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto. Which one's in Seattle?
Space Needle.
Space Needle. Okay, Space Needle, CN Tower.
I've been
So
to
like,
both, so
so have I. That's why I get them confused. But that's what this one is. But it was like back in the day, and it says Bloodlines because it's all their family members now or whatever like that. And I don't think that's killing too much or giving you too much of the information.
No.
I think that's just literally that's what the story is. Now, the death part, the death scenes. Chris, what did you think about this? Do you think this was a good overall and they got it right this time?
For the death scenes, yeah, for the most part, I liked the death scenes quite a bit. There was one that really got me. I don't want to give anything away, but the one that I thought was super cool. This movie really tried to get you in the feels, which I didn't really get. I mean, that's fine. I didn't go to the movies to get the feels. You know what I mean? I went to the movie to see a horror film, and it's a good Final Destination movie. I know when they came out, they were kind of maligned by critics, but now people come around and realize the cultural significance these movies had when it comes to culture and as a whole. But I liked that. I liked Final Destination Bloodlines just fine. It was a good movie. Yeah.
My problem with this one was like the fact that I got the connection right away with Breck Basinger, who played the 1960s Iris.
She was so cute.
And and she's Stargirl from DC.
Yeah.
The DC show. So like I was like, oh, I know her. She's an actress I know.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm in this. I'm in it to win it. Let's do this. Let's do this. I didn't know really anybody else much. And it just seemed like they didn't. What's my best way to say this? It felt like soap opera acting.
I think that was the point, though, right?
But I mean, like, that's not the point of the first two. The first two actually felt really good acting because, like, literally the first two, every actor on there that was in the main cast kind of went off and did, like, a lot of good stuff. So it's like, so my problem with this is just the fact that the group that's supposed to be we're friends forever just didn't seem right. And like when death scenes happened, the way they were filmed again just made me feel very soap opera-y and not realistic or malevolence. Like it's not like malevolence like Terrifier, and it was just
Terrifier.
more,
nothing's more violent than those Terrifier movies, dude. You'll never see.
But the way they filmed those makes it like, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
And then the way that the like first couple Final Destinations was filmed was like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like you got that head scene. And I think these guys who filmed this like kind of went in the middle with it. Like they're trying to do like a little bit on each side.
So what the first? What the first Final Destination movies did really well were shocking scenes, like things you didn't expect. And this one you saw it coming a mile away. Now that's foreshadowing. I understand foreshadowing, but there is genuinely shocking shit that happens in that first one. You were like, oh my god, And
dude, there's even a murder in I think it's the fourth or the fifth one.
Yeah.
Where this guy was in an apartment and everything in the apartment was attacking him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because death was trying to get him, just like he's looking over us right now. Like death is like, but like death is like right, like doing all these crazy things. And my favorite part of that was like he got out.
Yeah.
Everything good.
Yeah.
Everything's great. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe he got out. And then the fire escape ladder just falls right onto his face.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. But I liked Bloodlines. But it's a welcome return for a lot of people to what they liked about the Final Destination movies, and then I'm sure there's kids out there that grew up on this sort of stuff like younger than we are. So these movies have always been around. They've not just shown up in their they're
and also on top of that, it's just like some of the scenes they did, but like okay, the cinematography or whatever that aside, they played on allergies. They played on things that we've all heard. Like they went and found the best thing about Final Destination movies is they always find the things that we actually do have fears about. Like the MRI.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what happens or who dies or anything like that.
I get CAT scan tomorrow, so yeah.
Nice. Make sure to take your nipple rings out.
Yeah, I have nipple rings. I'm good. But yeah,
they had nipple rings.
I don't. You know I don't have nipple rings. You've seen my nipples. Yeah.
Oh no, taint rings. You got
take
taint
those out.
rings.
Yeah. I already took them out.
Yeah.
But I think you put the wrong movie fact up.
Did I really?
Yeah, you put the wrong one up.
Where am I at?
You have Chris Abbott.
Oh my gosh, that was supposed to be for man.
Now let's talk about Tony Todd for a second. He was already looking pretty rough in this. And guys, this is not a spoiler. He in the movie, he told the producers secretly that he was dying of stomach cancer, and so they let him do his whole scene ad libs, sort of to say goodbye to all his fans, you know. And so that was nice to once you see the movie and once you read that. It sort of warms your heart a bit to know that Tony Todd cared about all the people that watched his movies and enjoyed him in them. You know? You're right.
Yeah, I mean, like, they literally gave him the rights to just say whatever time.
Yeah.
What?
I said
am I not loud enough?
No, I said speak up, like, preach it, brother. But,
yeah. So, like, the creators of this movie gave him all free reins to, basically say what he said. Now, the monologue that he said at the end, they've released it. You can go watch it on YouTube. It's out there. And he goes, and
you have new.
Okay. So no, I'm not on mute. His final lines in the movie are. I'm trying to read it so I can say it correctly. So the final lines in the movie, spoken by Tony Todd, are exactly the way he felt in life. And you got to understand, Tony Todd has been in every Final Destination. So, like, for some reason, they keep on going to the same morgue. I don't know why that whole city just doesn't fucking move.
Yeah.
But anyway, it goes, I intend to enjoy this time I have left, and I suggest you do the same. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Well,
Yeah.
Good luck. And, I mean...
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you all right in there?
Usually on the Monday dates. Monday, I forgot to turn it off. Sorry, but
this is the time that Chris is normally working, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
all right, Chris.
Okay. Well, so like basically, I liked this movie, but it wasn't like super good. I liked it though. Which is fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It's just one of those movies that, hey, you want to see some fun ways that people die, and don't explain it. If you've seen it already, and don't explain it to your friends. Like, let them find out what's gonna happen. Don't be like, oh,
I know.
Here comes the next.
Don't be that dude.
Here comes the next one.
Don't be that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Neil, what's your score on this?
A 7.
Okay. Now we do a 0 through 5. Neil, what's your score for the 0 through 5?
Oh, my bad. I'll give this a 3.5. This is a very entertaining movie. I would rewatch it, just the fact that I like watching the way people die.
Yeah. Yeah, I
know that's messed up, and I'm sure somebody will use that clip against me at my funeral. But like,
yeah, I'm with you. Like a 3.6 for me, 3.7. I liked it too. It's just, it was the fun times in movies.
Yeah, the only thing I really wish more is that I just wish it wasn't soap opera acting. Like, go grab some people. I know there's some people that haven't been around in a while that want to get a payday, and just I'll give you a list. I'll give you a whole list of actors right now. I'd love to see in a Final Destination. I haven't seen Steve Buscemi in anything in a while. Pop him in there.
Yeah.
Go. I think that's what it should be. I think it should be kind of like. I think it should be more like Knives Out, or Murder of the Orient, or like that, where like they always have these full big cast of actual celebrity actors that they all do these movies with, but instead now you do it with a horror movie.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think the next. If I had any notes to give the directors or the producers, that'd be it.
Okay. Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the score for Final Destination Bloodlines for the audience?
78.
88%. What?
Damn, I should have got 80. I was gonna get.
Audience says defibrillating the franchise in one of its bloodiest installments yet, while still supplying an emotional punch. Final Destination Bloodlines proves that ingenious death runs through its veins. All right, Neil, what is the critic score for Final Destination Bloodlines?
They're gonna go lower, so it'll be like 68%.
Certified Fresh at 92%.
Holy shit! The critics?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let me hear this.
Critics' consensus is adding some surprising emotional layers into the ghoulish bones of Final Destination mythology. Bloodlines ingeniously executes grisly set pieces with precision that turns impending doom into outrageous fun. I'll review a bad review and a good review. This is from Jeffrey Anderson. Common Sense Media says, this reboot of the horror series that originally started in 2000 seems like an understanding of what made those movies work, if work they did. It is bigger, longer, and focuses on more lovable characters, but it adds up to little. Whatever. And this is, we'll do this one from, Bob Grimm, Rio News and Reviews. He says, a bloody, funny, goofy, surprisingly good time. Which is, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's a good time. Like, if you take your buddies to this movie, maybe smoke a spliff before you go and have a good time.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to watch this movie. You can watch it however you want. Yeah. All right, Neil, I think...
I'm saying get stoned.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in Texas. Get stoned and go to the movies.
Okay. Why in Texas?
Because they just took away all their rights for pot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh. Well, this is fun. You guys can watch it in theaters, and we have next week figured out, right? I think we're seeing Friendship and The Luckiest Man in America.
Mission Impossible.
We can do both. Either one you want.
Or The Queen of the Ring.
I've got both set up. I'm seeing both movies Tuesday and Wednesday. So
I've seen everything.
Yeah. So
I've seen I've seen 10 films at this point past you. I'm way past you now.
Oh yeah.
Fountain of Youth.
You seen Mission Impossible yet?
Fountain of Youth.
Okay.
Do you know what Fountain of Youth is?
No, I don't know what that is.
What, Natalie Portman and John Krasinski from The Office?
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. It's good.
Apple Plus. It came out last week.
Okay. All right.
There's so many movies. Me and Chris are going to discuss this after we get off this podcast.
All right.
But 100%. Yeah. Friendship is it Friends or Friendship?
Friendship.
I can't remember. Friendship. I have not seen that one yet, but we are going to be seeing Friendship for one because we're Paul Rudd guys. We love the Paul
and
Rudd.
Tim Robinson. He's great too.
Yeah. I don't know everybody that's in the movie because I try to keep it suspense. I watched 5 seconds of the trailer and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
I got it.
All right, you guys, find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're at w2mnet.com. It's w2mnet. Find us there on the really cool podcast. Search Television Broadcasting on Spotify. We also show up there from time to time. Also, we're on Instagram and do this podcast. We're on Blue Sky Movies Don't Suck podcast. We're at Patreon. Patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. If you guys want shirts, go to TeePublic, search Blackwood Ass Productions. You'll find our shirts there and all the other stuff. Search Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do on Bonfire. You'll also find shirts there. Give us some money. We like money. Also, anywhere find podcasts and Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. Neil, what are your small businesses?
If you have a small business, get a hold of us, touch us, come out to our houses, hang out with us, go sit down with our houses, make us some fried chicken. We don't care. Just come out and let us know or email us, message us, do any of those cool things. And we'll be more than happy to promote you right here to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers right here at Movies That Don't Suck and Something to Do.
Are you got here, dude? I got food ready for me. Come on.
Well, I got to go get something to eat. I'm hungry.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Oh, that's not.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, and that's Hugo. Yeah. And guys, I don't. This messed me up. That's okay. We'll do it right here. Hey, no matter how many times your final destination is just right around the corner, when the dogs are barking like the hounds of hells are coming, you can still escape death. And it's okay if you do, because right after that, you can just go down and get a nice little smoothie at your favorite ice cream place. Have a good night.
See you guys later.